Good morning, student. Jai Swaminarayan. Now onwards, we are continue with the second part of chapter 3, in which we cover IOT and M2M. Second part, semester 6, session 2021. This is Dr. Vijaykumar Gadhavi. First, I repeat the title of this chapter, IOT and M2M. Once again, I repeat, which is already discussed in previous lectures, what is a difference IOT versus M2M. It seems that recently there has been as much hype surrounding the IOT as there is confusion in differentiate it from the M2M technologies, especially in terms of IOT device management. This short overview will tackle the popular misconceptions and pinpoint some pivotal differences between these two technology buzzwords. Understanding the difference, it is just like at home, at work, or in the street. We are constantly surrounded by IoT devices. The Internet of Things, probably the fastest growing phenomenon in the whole IT world, has already become a fully fledged partner in our day-to-day activities with smartphones, smart cars, smart coffee machines, and endless list of the smart appliances gradually make their way into our lives and starting to drive our future. Therefore, getting the hang of the difference between the Internet of Things and machine to machine communication. We are learning IoT and M2M. Okay, Internet of Things and machine to machine communication, which is the underlying concept that gave a rise to the IoT as we know it. It seems to be an essential element in understanding what the whole IoT scan is all about nowadays. M2M to the IoT. The outlined topics is first start with the M2M system. Each machine embeds a smart device. We are already talked in last 3 minutes. Device sends the data or status of the machine, like a smart home. It performs the computation and communication functions like a smart electricity. A device communicates via wired or wireless system. It uses some of the protocols 6LoWPAN, LWM2M, MQTT, and XMPP. All are protocols. Each device assigns a 48 bits IPv6 addresses. Internet Protocol version 6, and it's assigned a 48 bits addresses. Machine to IoT is a technology closely related to the IoT, which uses smart devices to collect the data that is transmitted via the internet to the other devices. It's fully understand the M2M and IoT. It's nice to first know what M2M is. Luckily, the definition of M2M is not that complicated. Machine to machine communication derived from telemetry technology and generally refers to data exchange between various devices through the internet without any human participation. While many people, some IT know-it-alls included, often treat both terms as synonyms and use the interchangeability. It doesn't necessarily take a rocket science to spot one basic characteristic that differentiates them. A processor to the IoT M2M has been used throughout the decades as the standard technology in telemetry even before the invention of the internet itself, as it involved an interaction between two or more machines without human intervention. The idea of the Internet of Things, on the other hand, having evolved on the foundations laid down by M2M, is generally aimed at offering much more functionality. It uses Internet connectivity not only to enable communication between a fleet of the same kind of machines, but also to unite disparate devices and systems in an effort to marry different technology stacks and deliver interactive and fully integrated networks across varying environments. Okay, then its close difference lies in M2M uses for device to device communication, also for coordinated monitoring and control purpose. Application areas is a connect card safety, informant, remote monitoring, ATM points, cells, terminal, connected for centralized security, remote monitoring, truck fleet management, all are application area. Just discussed the M2M Communication Framework is a device hive as enable connecting device to the IOT's web-based management software that create a security rules based networks and monitors device. Main M2M architectures have the three domains: M2M device domain, network domain, and application domain. This is an entire architecture in which M2M application domain, in which the integration of many devices, collaboration, and M2M application services. Main application is used for the reporting, analysis, and control. In network domain, M2M server, device identity, device and device network management, data analysis, abstraction, accumulations, management, unicast, multi-class message delivery, core functionality for monitoring. Connectivity, I already discussed. Connectivity is not just act as a communication, it is a technology stacks and deliver an interactive and fully integrated network across varying environments. Okay. M2M device domain communication uses a gateway, connectivity interface, edge computing, in which we cover the data element analysis and transformation, and all the domains are connected with the physical device, controllers, sensors, machine, device, intelligent aid nodes of different types. This is a simple architecture. I just want to say a real life example of this dissimilarity could be found in telemedicine. Let us imagine a solution that connects a sensor monitoring the heart rate of a patient to an external application which lets the doctor know the patient needs attention. Such kind of solution could easily be provided by the M2M technology. On the other hand, if we take a sensor and integrate it with an interactive pillbox that would advise the patient to take the medicine and moreover would be able to send alert to their family members by smartphones that the medicine has not been taken from the pillbox. It would definitely involve an IOT approach in these pandemic situations. To cut the story short, IOT could be viewed as M2M, but acting in a wider context. Okay, this is just example. Now layer 3 M2M device communication domain is a gateway physical device, controllers, sensors, machine device, intelligent aid nodes of different types. Then in layer 2, the servers, device identity, device and device network management, all are the functionalities of layer 2. This is also used for the unicast and multicast message delivery of the communication data transfer, and also involved with the core functionalities for monitoring and the management. It is also laid down the connectivity, communication and processing unit. In layer 1, M2M application domain, which is justly beyond the integration, collaboration and M2M application services. It is also involved with application reporting, analysis and control. This is all about the layers functionalities and the participation, actively technical participation in entire system and technical environment. M2M protocols, Eclipse, M2M industry working group of various projects like a Conky, Eclipse, SCADA for open standard for communication protocol, tools and frameworks. This is all about the M2M machine-to-machine protocols. Then next ITU, the focus group, M2M, which is a global standardization initiative for communication M2M service layer. The weightless wireless communication group for standards and using a wireless space for M2M. M2M uses the coordination movement of tools, robots and drones, refinery operations, sequential control at each stage during manufacturing. जब भी आप मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट विजिट करने जाओ तो आप देख सकते हैं कि each steps is controlled by some devices. Then manufacturing of food packets, assembly in assembly lines, tracking of failure along the railway tracks, railway traffic management system also uses IoT and M2M technologies. Then manufacturing at a multiple location, railway, mining, agriculture, oil, gas, utilities, transportation, logistics, healthcare services, along usage of the internet. Usage of software for analytics, machine learning and knowledge discovery in these areas. The summary of this session, we learned M2M devices, network connect to internet also. Then close difference line M2M uses for device to device communication, also for coordinate, monitoring plus control purpose. I already given an example of the healthcare system. We learned IoT usage of remote computers, systems, servers connected to internet protocols, 3-layer architectures, device communication domain, network domain and application domain. We learn M2M device and network tools, M2M usage example, IOT usage example. This is a M2M to the IoT, but I want to share a more scale the main difference between IoT and M2M, which is bearing all that in mind. It seems that the whole discussion of differences could be quite conveniently boiled down to the one word, scale, and very rightly so. Yet there is much more to it than this, in which addition to the differences how remote device access is achieved by each technology. There is also the question of scalability, quite understandability. IoT is inherently more scalable since it encompasses a range of cutting-edge connectivity solutions to the synergies disparate stack of technology. In turn, these are usually driven by the M2M platforms. In this respect, M2M can be seen as IoT's poor relation, offering limited integration possibility, since the device it connects must have a shared communication standards. There are some differences, mainly I repeat. In M2M, we use a simple device-to-device communication within an embedded software at a client side. In SAM, IoT is a grand scale project and want it all approaches. In M2M, isolated system of device using a same standards. In IoT, integrates device, data and application across varying standards. In M2M, limited scalability options, but in IoT is inherently more scalable. In M2M, wired or cellular network used for connectivity, but in IoT is usually devices require active internet connections. In machine-to-machine, there is an extensive background of historical applications, but in IoT, state-of-the-art approach with roots in machine-to-machine. Okay, this is entire M2M to the IoT. But at last, I want to say that some IoT versus M2M synonyms or completely different technologies. In any case, it can be concluded that the IoT and M2M technologies are similar in that they both provide solution for collection, storage and exchange of data between devices under minimal human supervision. What also unites them is the fact that they are increasingly closer to each other in matter of device management, with a new solution coming along such as AV systems, IoT device management platform, which are able to provide an umbrella over the IoT and M2M device management strategies. The boundaries between the IoT and M2M is growing ever less marked. While it is true that the IoT has been largely based on the foundations provided by M2M solutions, it must be added that it has been improved on them ever since it was established as one of the main sources of innovation in the lives of individuals, businesses and world societies. Thank you. Now we are continue in next session with a new unit. Thank you. Jai Swaminarayan.